Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a really big haul for you guys of school supplies. I did not think I was going to need this much stuff. And maybe it's not a lot, but I mean, financially it felt like a lot. So we're going to dive into this. This is kind of going to be like a two-part because I have some curriculum that I ordered that I'm waiting for, and I think it'll be here tomorrow. So we'll see. So I will be filming another video for you guys with curriculum, a curriculum like what we're using for the 2025-2026 school year. Cannot believe we're here already. Okay. Nonetheless, let's get started. First of all, I want to say thank you to Savannah. She made me a beautiful bracelet. And I felt like it needed to make an appearance in this video. So let's get started. So I have, first of all, if you have been here for a long time, you are my friend at this point. We've been together. We've gone through some school years together. You've watched, and I want to tell you thank you for being here, for supporting me and my family, and for loving on us and allowing me to share these videos. Thank you from the bottom of my heart so much. If you're new, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. I hope you enjoy it and you stay. I hope you enjoy being here. My name is Lisa. My husband and I have 3 kids. One is a senior in high school. Internet aunties. He's a senior in high school. The other 2 are 3rd and 4th grade. And we do our own thing. We don't follow any particular person. We do what we feel is best. And that includes grade levels. Our homeschool we have so much freedom, flexibility, and it's been a wonderful experience because we have released the pressures that you would typically get of keeping up with the Joneses or keeping up with the other schools and the other kids, all of that. We've kind of released that. However, we are still disciplined because we still need to move forward and we still want to put our best foot forward. So there's that. So what I'm going to share with you will be for the 3 kids. I will start with my high schooler first because his list was like this big compared to what I got for them for the other 2. But I asked him what he needed. This is what he responded with. And because it's so small, he got more expensive things. You'll see. He asked for these highlighters. I feel like I bought these last year, but I know I have some, so I can't remember if I bought them for me or for him. But he asked for these. He also asked for these specific gel pens. And a 5-subject notebook. Generally, I get black. I just got gray this year because they didn't have black at the store that I went to. He will be just fine with that. I had to make sure it was college rule. It is. I'm like, is this white ruled? So a 5-subject notebook, pens, highlighters, and he asked for a pouch to put all of this in. They didn't have one that I felt like would fit all of this well, so I grabbed this from Walmart it's the currency section. I have some here for the kids for their fake money for school, but it holds money. It's supposed to hold money. If you have a store, like if you do transactions in a store or you have to like till the register, this is what they use. So I grabbed this, hoping that it'll fit. I'm going to see if it fits in case you guys go out and grab it too. It was like $4 and some change. Let's make sure that they will fit in here. They fit just fine. That is perfect. I will probably put his name on here some kind of way. And I needed something that could fit in his backpack without bulking up because he has so many sports things that he needs. So if you're wondering, this works well. The markers, all of his school supplies probably cost me like less than $40. Now going into the other 2, let me show you what I got. So I grabbed these. These are tabs for index cards. I picked these up a little while ago from Walmart as well, and I have some with chalk in it. I did show you guys, if you follow me over on Instagram. If you're not, it's to each their own home over on Instagram. But I have this with chalk in it, but I also wanted to get some of these because I love flashcards. I think that they're a great alternative. They work well for memory work. So these go here, and that way I can separate them. There's 48 of them in here, so I only grabbed one pack because I could split them between both kids. I also picked up Post-it notes. I love Post-it notes, but more specifically, the larger ones. These come in handy a lot in the homeschool. I use them for spelling words, like the pop spelling words in a spot, or I'll use them for like their daily things that I want them to get done. Like sometimes I'll just put it on a sticky note. I also grabbed them some colored pencils. They are out of the crayon stage, I think. I think we've made it through the crayon stage. I grabbed 2 packs of the neon colored pencils. I do have a lot of colored pencils, but these are just the neon colors. The other ones I don't think has these in here. So we got 2 packs of those. And then I also picked up, Jace is more into colored pencils than Savannah. So Jace got more than Savannah got, but nonetheless, she'll still love these. I also picked up these. These are the regular colors, and yes, there is a difference, if you can see. Okay, I feel better. I feel better. There's a difference. There they are. They're pretty. Look at those. Count of regular color pencils, and then Jace got a 50 count because he uses his colored pencils like no tomorrow. Like he usually only uses colored pencils and skinny markers, and Savannah uses colored pencils. She rarely uses crayons. She uses the big markers, sometimes the small markers, but mainly paint. Paint is her go-to for crafts. So he got the 50. She got 36. Felt like we didn't need a lot of pens. I felt like we didn't need a ton of pencils. So we got these colors, which we've had these before. And these are new. We've never had these. They have glitter on them. If you can see, some of those have glitter. The Arctic blue ones. We have black ones as well. And then we have the regular colors. We already have these. We don't go through pencils like that. We just don't go through them a lot. I have pencils in boxes, so I didn't feel like I needed a lot. So as far as pencils, I only got 24. On erasers. Erasers are so important to me because when kids half erase, I'm like, what we doing? Let's bring it back. We really need to get that erased. And I tutor after school. I think I mentioned that to you guys in the previous video, in my last video. So I grabbed these ones for tutoring. These are my favorite erasers. And I grabbed these for homeschool. Something else that is important to me is having the best Expo markers for dry erase boards. I can't handle the other ones. I have them. They erase terribly. They leave marks on my boards and all of that, and it's really hard and difficult. It shouldn't be that hard to erase. So I grabbed these Expo markers. I grabbed an all black set. These are always missing. And then I grabbed a fresh pack of the larger ones. I use these in homeschool a lot as well. So some of the black ones will go in my homeschool bag, or not for homeschool. Obviously, I use it for homeschool. I use these a lot for tutoring. So some of the black ones will go in my tutoring bag, or I'll just transfer my old ones to the old ones will go in my tutoring bag and the new ones will stay for homeschool. That's the plan. Markers. So as I mentioned, the kids have moved on to only liking the skinny markers. Savannah will use both. Jace only wants the skinny markers, and so let me show you what I grabbed them. So for Savannah, I picked up these. The pastel colors. And then for Jace, I grabbed him these. Now, he will use his pack more than her. And if she needs, like, we still have another pack of these. Like the older ones, we still have those. So if she wants more colors than what's in here, we still have other ones that she can incorporate into this. But he uses his more, so I got him the larger pack. Okay. What else? So there are markers. Notebooks. When I was in school, this notebook gave me and my mom a run for our money. They asked for it. We had no clue what it was. I think I might have been in like second grade, and they were like, she has to have a steno notebook, and we ran everywhere looking for them. So now my kids have to have steno notebooks. They're at the age when I had mine. So I think I may have gotten these before and used them for something else, but I grabbed steno notebooks. These are going to be for vocabulary and spelling. So vocabulary, creating their own dictionary. There's a line going down the middle of it. I'll give you guys a close up in a second, but they can put their the words on this side and the definition on the other side, or they can do their spelling words twice. So here is what this looks like. These are my favorite. I love them for lists and things like that. So I grabbed 4 of these because I feel like I don't want to be out of them. So 4 steno notebooks for homeschool. For math, I like to use grid paper. So I have some here like that you pull out. It's a notebook, but I also wanted to have like loose leaf grid paper, graph paper that I got. And we're working on fractions, we're drawing shapes, we're doing the clock, we're making maps. This is great. This is also great for tutoring. I have some of this in my tutoring bag. This also is really good for practicing spelling words because they write each letter in each spot so that I know if they spelled it right. You know, if I can tell the letters aren't, like the spacing is a little bit better, a lot better, to be honest with you, with the filler paper. So I use this a lot for tutoring, as well as having the kids that I tutor use it for math. So this is always around. They can always grab this. This is scrap paper for math. And yeah, it works wonderfully. So if you're looking for something, give it a try. Something else I grabbed just to have is poster board. Cameron is, what is he? He's in charge of social media, I think, for his student council. And he is also in a bunch of other stuff. And he always needs poster board paper for some reason. And I always have it, so we don't usually have to run out and get anything. But I used up all I had last year, so I grabbed some more. And then for the kids, if ever I want to create a poster for them that I don't have, I can just create one there. And I can use my Cricut if I want to be fancy, or I can just make it, you know, on my own. These project boards are amazing. So we have larger ones. We have larger ones that the kids decorated themselves. They actually wrap them in gift wrap, their own gift wrap. And then on the inside, they have resources in them. So the larger one, of course, hold more. I think they're too big for the table, but it acted as dividers when I needed them to focus. So they would put them like back to back, like this. And the doors were larger. It would separate them so they had their own spaces when we were struggling. You know, if ever we were struggling, we still have them. If we need them, we'll use them. But these are going to be smaller ones. So for these, we'll use index cards and Post-it notes to put up little references if they should need them. They will work really well in here. I have tons of Post-it notes that they can use for in here, and then we can pull it off and place another one. For the larger ones, we used we stapled the clear protective sleeves that you would put in a binder, and then we just swapped out the pieces of paper. I'll show you guys at some point, not in this video, maybe in another one though, because it's behind this table, and I'm not about to go back there. So I'll show you that in another video. That I love, these are all my favorites. I love these, and I was very intentional when I went to the store about what we picked up. So these, I use these to tab off books that we're using, to tab off my agendas. If there's if there's a spot in our binders that I need them to go to, I will tab it off. So if they're reading a book, sometimes I'll give them these. This is how they get to their work every day in like their math books or their English books. They just go here and they know when they're done to flip it to the next lesson. So those are a must for me. And then I picked up, I was going to do individual notebooks because they were so cute. Walmart had all the hot neon colored notebooks like pinks and lime greens and yellow. No, they didn't have yellow. Pink, lime green, purple, orange, and blue. And they were all so pretty. But when I thought about it, I've bought so many notebooks that we don't use because we lose them and there's so many of them. So I decided what works best for Cameron was a 5-subject notebook. So I just got them a 3-subject notebook because we will probably be using other things for math. Math will use the grid paper. We may even use a steno notebook for math for explaining things like, like properties and, all those things, different things. We'll probably use a steno notebook for that. So I grabbed them 3-subject notebooks. I'm sorry, I don't know if I showed you what color I got each of them. Jace's is black. Pull this out. So Jace got black and Savannah got purple. You can see there, but I'll pull it out. She got purple. And then I also grabbed them headphones because I paid for a membership with IXL for the whole year and we use it a lot. And so they need headphones because sometimes they're both doing IXL. They have Chromebooks. One of them broke actually this year. We probably won't buy another one until like Black Friday. But I have a MacBook, so we'll use my MacBook. We'll use the Chromebook. And it's just having it go at the same time when they're sitting at the table can get a little bit confusing for both of them. So they both got new headphones. And these were like $14 or $15 each from Walmart. They're wireless, so I don't know how well they're going to hold up. This is my first time buying these. They've just, in the past, we just didn't use headphones. So got this. It is a Lazy Susan, and it has different colors in here that match the colors of our classroom. I love them. And this is for like my dry erase markers and just things that I need quickly. I'm excited about this. I bought a new cart for myself, which I'll share my teacher setup with you guys in another video, but this is going on my teacher setup. I grabbed masking tape so that we can tape things to our wall. I thought about putting up a cork board for them to display their artwork and all of those things, but I'm like, girl, you ain't gotta be extra. So some tape will do. So I grabbed some masking tape. I probably should have bought more than one. And then I got 6 bottles of glue. So they prefer the wet glue over the glue sticks. I actually prefer it as well because the glue sticks dry out so easily. So we grabbed 6 of those. So it's not like this is this person's. I actually have a really big bottle of Elmer's glue that I bought, man, it had to be like 3 years ago. It's probably like a 5-gallon thing, and I still have it, and we still use it. And we usually try to refill these throughout the year, but we threw all our other ones away. We needed new ones. I grabbed Savannah some scissors. I did not see any for Jace, so I still need to get him some scissors. And then I did still grab, even though I prefer the wet glue, I still grabbed some glue sticks. Is everything that I'm sharing with you guys today. I do have another haul to share with you guys. I'm still waiting for a few more things to come in before I share that. Like I said, it's a curriculum haul, and the next things I'll share will be like manipulatives and my teacher cart and the curriculum and like extra things that I'm adding into our homeschool. So you guys will get to see all of that in an up and coming video. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. It really helps me and my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. And my bird said bye. Bye.